signs you could have stayed. It's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun? Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy?
New?
New?
New.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through colored glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Today is May 4th, 2022. It is 2:39 a.m. Got up slightly late today, but I'm here. All right, 1,812 subscribers. New subscribers, welcome. Let's go on Twitter. A lot to share with you. Okay. So this is the first video. Prince Charles manipulated the public to think he was supporting his son, Prince Harry, financially and otherwise, when in actuality he had cut off communication, finance before the end of transitional period and security. At Tina Brown, LM, we are only buying Prince Harry's memoir, not gossip. All right, so 45 seconds on this one. That's the whole point of view.
2 conversations with my father before he stopped taking my calls, and then said, can you put this all in writing, what your plan is?
Your father asked you to put it in writing?
Yeah, he asked me to put it in writing. I put all the specifics in there, even the fact that we were planning on putting the announcement out on the 7th of January.
So you just said that your dad stopped taking your calls. Why did he stop taking your calls?
Because I took matters in, by that point I took matters into my own hands. It was like, I need to do this for my family. This is not a surprise to anybody. It's really sad that it's got to this point, but I've got to do something for my own mental health, for my wife's, and for Archie's as well, because I could see where this was headed. 2 conversations with my father.
Wow, it seems like I'm hearing this for the first time again. It's unbelievable. You could see through his eyes. There were some, where is it? Like over here, like a little puffy in a way, like he was crying. And definitely Meghan too. Yeah, they were really in pain. But anyway, let's read some of the comment. Charles supported Camilla while still married to Diana. What do you call someone who trade money for sex? You all know the answers. Say it. Alright, there's 3 comments under it, but let's see this one. Okay, even gave that mistress come wife security, yet so-called father allows security to be taken away from his own son, grandchildren, and daughter-in-law. The queen did everything for Andrew. That's for sure. That is for sure. Okay, I think when it comes to the grandkids, I think the queen stepped back. Okay, and let the parents do their things. But when it comes to the queen's children, like Andrew and Charles, what's the other one? Sophie's husband. What's the other one? There's one. Anne. And all of that. Yep, the queen step up and take care of her business. We may not like it, but she take care of her business. But when it comes to her grandkids, I think she leave it up to the parents to do what they need to do. But when it comes to the Charles part, I don't think Charles is really in charge. All right, someone else is in charge. Even gave that mistress come wife security, yet so-called father allows security to be taken away from his own son, grandchildren, and daughter-in-law. The queen did everything for Andrew. He stepped down before the Sussexes, and his security and probably finance remain intact. Let's see some of this here. Alright, Queen want help Prince Harry secure police bodyguards for UK trip amid funding woe. Prince Harry 37 wants to pay for specialist police protection, but the Home Office has ruled this out. He has since applied for a judicial review against the decision. That's the thing that's going on. Where, how did that come? I don't know. I haven't come across anything that gave the result of that. Prince Andrew is allowed to keep his £300,000 a year bodyguards after the Queen intervened at the last minute. Yep, she did what she had to do for her kids. But looks like her kids are not doing parenting things. And when it boils down to everything, it comes to her. The way she raised her kids. Okay? The way she raised her kids. You know, babying them, never let them experience certain things on their own. Because she is always there to intervene. Which in return, her kids does not know how to take proper action to certain things. That's the way that I sort of see it. Alright, just can't wait. Truth, there's the laugh. Okay, what a horrible excuse for a father Prince Charles is. You never cut your child out your life. I don't care what you think they've done. It's inexcusable. Okay, let's see here. No one cuts off their child 3 months into a 1-year arrangement if they aren't using finance, and in this case the very real threat of danger to life to coerce them into doing what they want. It's financial and emotional abuse. Prince Charles did that to his own son and grandson. Yeah. Okay, Charles made deal with the press when Harry was a teen in order to sell him out, and the press. Yeah, this every time when it comes to the press, I've seen that article. It's like I stumbled upon it when I was searching for something else. I don't remember what I was looking for. And then I decided to click on that particular article, and I started reading it, and it was starting to get boring. Then when I start hearing some names, there's William, there's Charles, there's the press, and all that. I was like, oh, so this is it. So, you know, Charles have been training, William into, you know, cuddling with the press. So, thank God Harry have not, and he stuck with his principle, and until now. Okay, let's see here. Charles made deal with the press when Harry was a teen in order to sell him out in the press, so they won't promote Camilla in a good way. Alright, Charles and William were protected while Harry was giving to the wolves. Yeah, Charles keep taking William to parties, cuddling with them, and all of that. And then meanwhile, they're selling the other one. I mean, I don't know. In a way, I mean, I'm not saying the experience that Harry went through was a good thing, but at least it made him stronger. Now they have nothing on him. Okay, yep, they've even briefing the press for years against him, and Prince Harry isn't allowed to speak unless it's to embarrass his brother, father, etc. But any attack, slander toward him and his wife is justified. yeah, oh man, this person is right, but when you think about it, it's really painful. And this is why Harry was like, he doesn't want Meghan to speak with the press, because he knows how it is. Because they're gonna, they're gonna switch things, switch her word against her, and then Meghan will not be allowed to protect herself. Look what happened in the UK. Okay, this is why the Oprah interview happened, because they will not let them speak. Okay, what kind of transactional relationship is that? Toxic, cultish. All right, let's go to the next tweet. There are some tweets in between, like for instance this. I'm skipping them because I have a lot to share with you. I didn't even click on them to see what they are. Next tweet. Now let's talk about Harry. He has lost weight, stressed and drained when he was in toxic Britain royal family. Look at Prince Harry since he quit and moved to Santa Barbara. His skin is glowing, body looks good, relaxed, loved, supported. Okay, Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, Meghan Markle. Yeah, he was really skinny over there. You know, as I'm editing this video, and I just realized, you know, the people that Harry associate himself with have been married for a very long time. You would think. I mean, I guess most young people will not know how of an icon John Bon Jovi is, but back in the 80s and the 90s and probably early 2000, he was a pretty big deal when it comes to rock and roll, to rock and stuff like that. So when you look at the people Harry associate himself with, they are family people, family guys. Look at John Bon Jovi. He's been married since 1989. There was something that I saw on, I think, Oprah. Oprah interviewed him, some of the charities that he's doing in New Jersey and all of that. So Harry has some very good principle. You know, the UK can trash him about when he was in Vegas and all of that. He was a young man. He wasn't married. He didn't have any major responsibilities. But now, as a married man, and you could see the type of people he keep around him, all of them are pretty much family people. All right, so I just want to add that while I saw that picture of him with Bon Jovi. Let's get back to the original recording. Really, yeah, that definitely. But when you look at him, he's really fit. You could see his stomach. He could eat. Look at it. From the clothes here, you could see that. Yep, look at his arm. You know he works out. Yep, my goodness. Since Diana left, I don't think they really take care of Harry the way they should have. Harry was on his own. A lot of time when I think about it, you know, you see a little boy in the UK, and I mean, that's the picture I'm picturing in my mind when I think after Princess Diana left, knowing how, based on what I've read, knowing how the royal family is, a little boy in a castle where people are not really looking after him the way they should. I think Harry pretty much raised himself over there. Look at him. Oh my goodness. He is looking much younger. Look at his eyes, really glowing. I think he finally found his happiness. All right. As he said, my shoulders have dropped, so have hers. That's what happens when you're not carrying tension. That is true. Did my boo get a black eye playing polo? Did the same thing. All right. Is it here? A little bit. It's hard to see. It's hard to see. Okay, that's in French. And eating Doria. And eating Doria's collard green. His spirit is all the way right now. Okay, them collard green, meditation, and happiness do things to the mind, body, and soul. Okay, that's last picture. Harry is lovely. A different person. His eyes are smiling too. So true. Okay, his speeches have improved. Yeah, that is true. He looks more comfortable on stage all since he left. Yeah, I mean, I know I've said certain things. I think I made that comparison when, was it Australia or something like that? He was on stage and Meghan was on the audience, the only audience there. And I think it's a way, something they must have talked about in the hotel room. And then Meghan said, you know, in that particular picture, Meghan was like, practice it, let me see. Then we could switch a little bit. A lot of time I said things like that. Some people come after me like, oh, Harry, he know how to do speech. Yes, he does. a lot of people know how to do a lot of things, but when someone who knows slightly better could always make you improve. Okay, that's the way that I saw it. And then people come after me. I was like, okay, you don't believe me, fine, that's okay, you could come after me, but this is the way that I felt. Okay, that's true. I heard he is now a Scientologist. Is this true? No, there's no way. Okay, and iron clothes, I want to be her prisoner too. Okay, I would Meghan feed him healthy food and got him to stop smoking. Yeah, that smoking thing, since he's been dating Meghan, I have not seen him with a picture of him with a cigarette. Yeah, I spoke about this already. Okay, next tweet. Okay, I saw this yesterday. I didn't listen to it. Honestly, he is Prince Harry, the happiest probably I have ever seen. 10 years I have known him. When people come to him, it's not because of title or whatever. They're coming because they want to thank him for creating this Invictus game. Okay, 20 seconds.
Well, what
I mean, honestly, he's the happiest I've probably ever seen him in the sort of 10 years that I've known him, just about. And one of the really nice things is when people come up to him, they're not coming up because it's, you know, titles or, you know, whatever. It's because people are really, they want to thank him for creating this, do you know? And it's the gratitude that they're sort of returning.
And Jay. Well, what
I mean, honestly,
I'm thinking of the squad running for, take a picture, take a picture, take a picture. Hey, you squaddy, you're the best. Okay, then the British media say he was miserable and depressed. You mean they lied? Never. The British media never lie much. There's a Pinocchio nose kind of thing. And I'm a Brit. Was at the game and Meghan and Harry looked very happy. Harry was in great spirit and the games were amazing. Yeah, I've shared some pictures with you and all of that. There's so much more I haven't get a chance to do because now I'm sharing the computer and all of that, so I do the other tweets really quick and I have to give the computer. All right, thanks for sharing and glad you got a chance to experience it live. Awesome. Okay, true impact and leadership. He does look hairy and it's driving the British media and public haters insane. Exactly, misery lacks company. Retweeted this so the salty people at the back can hear it. Okay, there's this here. Prince Harry thriving and happy while haters okay, that's during that Sunday thing. Brotherhood looks like this. Let's see here. Best thing that any royal has created by far. Kudos to Prince Harry. Absolutely. Next tweet. There's that again. Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. Okay, Prince Harry and Duke of Sussex play polo in California to support various charities while Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, cheered on. Alright, so that's an article about it. Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, on Meghan fatherhood and on how Invictus game changed his life. Alright, so these are some articles. Queen of Kindness, Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, handed over her coat to the mom carrying a newborn baby to help keep the baby warm due to sudden change of temperature. Yeah, that was during the Invictus. Meghan got a real man, that's all I'm saying. And with all due respect, that is true. Hot damn he. Alright, so now let's go to royal family. Even though I was talking about Harry's, which is royal family, but this is another topic here. Where is all this Camilla speculation heading? First concern about what is in Harry's book, then the Queen's came an announcement, now piece after piece of her supposed victory over a dead woman and a man who hasn't uttered her name publicly in years. Something is up. This, I'm gonna read it because there's several tweets that were retweeted from people that I follow, I came across. Alright, let's go into that. And then I'm gonna go back out. Okay, they won't make Camilla relevant at any cost. After years of changing narrative and painting Diana as the real cheater, they now want to drag her favorite son as a villain. When was the last time Harry even mentioned Camilla? Elizabeth may be the queen, but Harry is the king. And that is true because they keep on mentioning Harry and everything in order for them to get traction on their hit piece. Sorry, Harry, but Britain has learned to love Camilla. What? Okay, with each spiteful headline, they show the wider world how sinister the UK is for Harry and his family. It is ridiculous to drag Harry's name into Camilla's lack of popularity. Now, they're using Harry and Meghan to show up the side piece. He's everybody's whipping boy. I'd never go back. Okay, if she was an evil stepmother to Harry, we will find out. You know, let me just... Oh my, so much to say about that. Pretty much, I think Camilla is the master brain over there. I've read some tweets and headlines where, you know, they're saying she's protecting William from Charles and all of that, when she should not have anything to say between a father and a son. She's protecting her asset. All right, make sure that Charles remain alive to be king. That way she could get the title. This woman, in my humble opinion, is working hard for her title. Okay, there has to be something. They keep writing stories about how Camilla is always wonderful to Harry and especially Meghan, and she is buddies with the Daily Mail editor and writers. He's not said one word about her, but they have constantly went after him for not saying anything. Someone knows something. Yeah. Do you think that Camilla might have been the one who asked what color Archie will be? I think we have a pretty good idea. The one who, right after the Oprah interview, went to do some PR pictures with black people. I think this is going to backfire. The Harry, really Meghan haters will not increase, but the Camilla haters are going to become vocal. I think this is one of those times they should have sat there and ate their food. That's for sure. I came here to say this, but you beat me to it. LOL. Yeah, it's almost like before the Oprah interview, they all come out saying some BS, not even knowing what's in the what the Oprah interview was all about. Yeah, I agree with this person. Okay, we may not even get some of the juicy things we probably want to Harry to say, because Harry is walking a fine line. He knows his family. He's not gonna spill a lot of beans. But probably most of the things we already know, he's just gonna clear it off. Alright, similar to the Oprah interview. He's not gonna say much. Okay. They're trying to bait Harry on saying something nice about a woman who caused so much grief and finally died before her time. But Harry says, "Kiss my ass." I know this picture was gonna come. Chiming the polo. People said this is a perfect meme that Harry just created here. Okay, embarrassing. Meghan came and everyone else becomes love. Harry is even the only person that ever faced the media and told them to lay off Camilla as she's made their father happy. Not even her husband dare say that then. Yeah, Harry was the only courageous person over there. Everybody else were afraid of the media because Harry said he's not playing their games. Harry never got the memo. They sent him the memo, he never received it. Okay, it is someone's PR strategy to make up likely non-existent conflicts between Harry and Camilla. Hope Meghan and Harry supporters don't fall for it. I mean, we already know. Okay, it doesn't even make sense. Like, who really cares? That's it. Okay, it's like they're trying to make her interesting through some random fake conflict. Yeah, that's the Kool-Aid. They keep on creating some nonsense, and then the person who create the nonsense buys it themselves and then respond to it. This is totally insane. This is crazy over there. Okay, what has Harry got to do with Camilla? Are these people hallucinating? Okay, a new love. What about Kate the Great? Okay, they are targeting Harry haters and stalkers. Okay, the royal rats show by now that they may gaslight their country, but it doesn't work outside of Shutter Island. The world sees the truth. Yeah, that's for sure. Alright, let's read this. Okay, I work at an intermediate high school. These royal rats are exactly like the student at our school. Rabid rumor mongers who love to create drama and intrigue, but cry like little bitches for their mamas and blame others when they get caught. The thing is that, to tell you the truth, what really going on here, those nonsense, those fantasy drama that they're creating, they're doing it on purpose. What really is happening after what I read yesterday, there's a video that I'm gonna create. It's gonna be on for people who subscribe. Okay, it's what's going on in the Virgin Island. Okay, you guys, if you're not subscribe or join my podcast, this is why they're creating this drama. Okay, right after I finish this, I'm gonna do that video. I started already. I'm almost finished with the editing. It's gonna be on for my subscribers. Okay, when I mean subscribers, people who pay for my channel. Okay, supporters. Something is going in Virgin Island, British Virgin Island. I did a video about that already, but there's a more detailed one that's going on. Okay, what does Harry have to do with this? Yeah, and to finish my thought, they create this drama so we don't know what's going on. Okay, and that also reflect on that video with the other video that I did that has the UK flag. This is the answer to it. So I was right again. Based on my humble opinion, and it's coming true. Okay, how much does she pay her contract and British media for their service to aggressively promote her? Doesn't matter, since they want to believe anything that makes him seem like the bad guy. Okay, is Camilla the new fetch happening, but Camilla didn't. I vote to abolish the monarchy. These self-indulged people who do nothing but cutting ribbons and opening plaques or dressing up in expensive clothes paid for by taxpayers' money find £12 million for a sexual abuse case against Prince Andrew, whilst people use food banks. Alright, so I hope other Brits sees that, because this person sees that that's the way to go about that. Alright, next tweet. Okay, this is, I need to go back because I need to go back to the other one. Look at this, they're still talking about it. Let's go back. I don't wanna. That was the original tweet. I went in this and I was supposed to come back out and read some of the comments on this. Okay, there's this here. Maybe she said or did something that was horrid and they are afraid it will get exposed, erasing all of the full love public all of a sudden has for her. Okay, they have to make Harry the bad guy now, so when the story breaks out, they hope there will be sympathy for her. Okay, that tends to be the most popular theory, especially when it comes to what might be in Harry's book. Okay, I have wondering before if William and Harry were strongly pressured into being publicly nice to Camilla. Probably. I think so. Okay, look like you and Prince Charles have the same fears. Harry was obviously pressured into making that statement about Camilla, and it's the only semi-positive statement ever made by a member of royal family about Camilla. Imagine that. Wow. And she put the link of it. There's a lot of things I keep on bookmarked to think that I'm coming back. Alright, so she took that part. Let's see here. Harry's coolness toward Camilla is widely thought to be due to his mother's influence. Growing up, he will have heard much negative commentary from Diana on the woman she publicly blamed for making her marriage crowded. Camilla reportedly first met William when he was 16, after which Camilla emerged to say, quote, I really need a gin of tonic, end quote. Harry is said to have met her soon afterward. Hopes of a breakthrough and the relationship came when, on his 21st birthday, Harry said Camilla was, quote, a wonderful woman. She made our father very, very happy, which is the most important thing. Okay, so this is the most important part from the squad who shared this, because she underlined it. Some of the nervousness at the palace around reports that Harry's book goes after Camilla could be connected to long-standing allegation that Mark Boland, Prince Charles' chief strategist at the time, had little compunction about using the young princess to detoxify Camilla and Charles' relationship. If Harry suggests in his book he was led on to make the warm statement about Camilla that could land Charles in real mess. Wow. I would think so too. Because Charles, when he does something, there's always other attention and tension behind his action. So I could see that. I actually believe that. If Harry suggests in his book he was lent on to make the warm statement about Camilla, that could land Charles in a real mess. I truly believe that. I think so too. Okay, there's the eyes here. Okay, so I could be wrong on this, but maybe the queen is sicker than what is being reported, and it's tied into the story about how she might not make it to the balcony appearance this year. Okay, I definitely think the queen is sicker than what is being reported. I still go back and forth on whether or not the public announcement of Queen Cam was Charles by off for okaying the Andrew settlement deal. I feel like we will find out one day. So yeah, I think so. I think I said my opinion on that already when that first came out regarding the Virginia Giuffre's case, the 12 million pound. Okay, British person here. Britain doesn't love Camilla. Even though she's saying things that the squad wants to hear, but she doesn't speak for every Brit over there. Okay, I just have to say that. All right. Okay, British person here. Britain doesn't love Camilla. The media keep trying to make it happen, but it doesn't work. Britain's still in love with Diana. That I could think so. Okay, people still love Diana. That I could think so, but I don't think every British people hate Camilla the same way. But I'm just saying, okay, it's just a fact. Not everybody always feel the same way for something. Okay, I came to the same conclusion some days ago. Okay, I suppose Charles' ascension to the throne is not too far in the future now. All right, so let's go to the next tweet, and it reflects on the same thing. That was this one. Okay, a couple squad retweeted this out, and I came across them. Let me share. Okay, is that it? Okay, maybe I was wrong. Okay, when Diana finally confronted her over the affair, Camilla said something like, quote, "Everyone loves you, all the men are in love with you," end quote. It then occurred to me until fairly recently how intensely jealous she is of Diana, her beauty, her popularity, her fashion icon status. I mean, though I learned that the UK have a jealousy thing. All right, they want everything for themselves. No matter what the circumstances are, they want everything for themselves. It should have been them. Okay, this is not just Camilla. It's a lot of Brits over there. I'm not saying all, but a good portion of Brits. When you come across certain things, you see that jealousy. Look how the US is built on. Okay, so that's the same thing, the same mentality of white supremacy kind of thing. Jealousy. When someone else does something, they want it for themselves. If it's positive, they want it for themselves. Okay, let's see this. Sorry, Harry, but Britain has learned to love Camilla. So this is the thing. He's like, yeah, they're trying to push that narrative into people's subconsciousness, like Camilla is loved. I mean, this is the thing Camilla wants to hear in the tabloid, but in reality, not everybody's like that. She's gonna get that shock of her life the same way the Wessex, the Cambridge got the shock of their life when they went to the Caribbean, when people told them don't show up, but they show up anyway, thinking that everybody will admire them. Okay, and I suspect that is what is driving so much of his new wave of Camilla PR. She desperately wants all of those things: to be loved by the public and to be on the cover of fashion magazines. This is laughable. Fashion magazine? I don't know. Have we seen? I'm not even a fashion person, okay? I'm not even a fashion person. There's no way I would want to see someone with those, someone said, Little House on the Prairie clothes. Okay, I think that was Carmen's daughter, one of the squaddy that I like her personality, who said that, Little House on the Prairie. Okay, and she's deeply resent the threat of Diana's son overshadowing her once again. These people with that overshadowing, it's like they don't know the BS that they're doing in the background. When they keep wanting the spotlight as if some of the nonsense that they're doing is good things. Okay, some of the things that they're doing are good things. Nobody wants to see cash for honor or whatever other unethical behavior that they're doing. They want the spotlight. They don't know that the spotlight will bring all of this to light. My goodness. Sorry, not everyone, not all agrees. Okay, Diana's. So that's regarding this. Sorry, Harry, but Britain has learned. I mean, Harry doesn't care if people like him or not, but it's those people who keep on putting those BS out there. All right, so this is what this is responding to this. Okay, I'm sorry, not everyone, not all agrees. Okay, Diana's been dead for more than 25 years and Camilla's still trying to win argument with her. Those people, they don't know how to do good things, ethical things for people to like them. They keep on doing their evil behavior kind of thing and they want people to cheer for them. My God, please, we need you. Oh my goodness. I just all our Harry and Meghan supporters ignore all this suddenly appear, quote, Harry and Camilla conflict story, end quote. Alright, so there's that. It is someone's PR strategy to make up likely non-existent conflict between Harry and Camilla. Hope Meghan and Harry supporters don't fall for it. Yeah, like I said, this is another side of distraction, knowing what's going on in the Caribbean. Okay, and I think I'm gonna leave that thought for that video. That's for my subscribers. Okay, I've always believed that more than one person in the family was targeting the Sussexes. Kensington Palace was the primary actor for some stories, but one of the first negative leak against Meghan and Harry was in Jabson's book on Charles. Okay, what the F does how Britain feels have to do with Harry? Did she sleep with Britain's father? Did she sleep with Britain's fathers and make their mother's life a living hell? These dumbass headlines can't wait for the next season of The Crown. They'll be closing their tweets again. Okay, has Harry ever said anything about Camilla one way or another? I'm assuming this is all just more made up tabloid BS. Okay, when Camilla and Charles were getting married in 2005, Harry said she was a wonderful woman and that he and William love her to bits. It's just the tabloid inventing thing and speculating about a book they're angry they know nothing about. Yep. So they're preparing, they undermining things, hoping that I don't know, something they think is on the book. I mean, if they were good people, why would they worry what's in the book? They should not be worrying about it. Okay, next tweet. Both the Cambridges and Wessexes have high-profile tour disaster, and suddenly they are attacking the Sussex tour again. What? What Sussex tour? What did the Sussex do? When was the last tour they did for the royal family? What? Okay, so I will have to see the screenshot of whatever they're talking about. Shocked truly. Okay, yep, they just went back and dusted out their 4-year-old drawing board post. The Australia tour, they're talking about that? This should be the last thing to bring up because it was a good thing for the Sussexes. So disappointing how unoriginal they are. Okay, they haven't had access in 2+ years. Prepare for endless reruns. George will be expecting his first kid and the ghost of Richard Eden will be yapping. Yapping about how Meghan didn't allow camera in the delivery room. Okay, let's see here. Precisely, just like how Diana's memory will always overshadow anything Chuck does, the Kims have now been relegated to being caught flat-footed and constantly compared to the ones they work hard to chase away with no more stories to leak. Okay, a common problem of their own making. That is true. Those people just don't know how to just live their lives. Just live your life the best way you know how. Stop worrying about other people, which the Sussexes are doing. They're doing their thing. They're not worrying about Salty Island, okay, which they did 4 years ago. Okay, they haven't had access for 2+ years now. They are running out of material. Okay, are you serious? I bet they are watching all videos with a microscope. Wait, she crossed her legs left over right. The protocols. the memes after it, not memes, the emojis, the bowling eye. Okay, I'm not shocked. They are attempting to cover up how unimportant and outdated the monarchy is. They will spend this until people who don't actually do research start believing this crap. They are openly gaslighting at their own, at their very best. Yeah, that is true. The thing here, the nonsense that they keep on spewing. I've always said that. When you look at the headline that they were throwing out there when Meghan was in the UK, it's because they want in the future, okay, when kids are doing research about Meghan and the royal family, these were the headlines they were gonna get, okay, all the negative things. So Harry and Meghan had to reverse that, which is the Oprah interview, Okay, and then after that, you never hear anything about Harry and Meghan. All right, but you keep on hearing stupid headlines from the UK. But Harry and Meghan themselves, the only thing you hear about them, their work. Okay, their work. That's it. You don't hear those little gossip nonsense that we used to hear. But you hear makeup story over there about them, but nothing significant. Anything that's not true, you're gonna see Harry gonna call them to court. All right, let's see here. I guess the Fiji is what was the attack. Okay, what was there to attack? Okay, I guess effing. Okay, the effing. Okay, I don't know what this word is because they put a number here. Okay, is what was there to attack. Harry and Meghan did not put a footstep wrong. Okay, there doesn't have to be anything real. They just told Harry and or Meghan add a photo that may or may not be related and tacked on negative sound headlines. Yeah, that is true. They just create nonsense. And then they believe it on it. They believe it. And then they start crying about it because Harry and Meghan then respond to it. Okay, unless if it's something that has to do with Harry and Meghan's work, that's when, just know there will be a court filing about that. If it's something that affect the Sussexes' work, because they doing mega deals with companies if they just don't want their name to be tarnished. So anything that has to defame this kind of thing, this is where Harry called them to court, because defamation is something that Harry doesn't want, because that will affect the kind of deals they're making with big companies. I spoke about it in one video. Okay, because the genius that they are, the royal want to do yet more tour instead of focusing on an apology and reparation, as clearly expressed by leaders of tour countries, with video clip available globally to the world knows exactly what is needed. Okay, the story today, the reason why, the truth. Okay, this is a thing here. Oh, I like the way she put that. Okay, Meghan, quote, hated every second, and quote, of Australian royal tour and found it, quote, pointless, and quote, author claim. What? When did they? What's the real date? It says 20 hours ago, but I would like to see the actual date. So maybe this is the thing that the squad are talking about, which I was asking. Okay, I need to see the screenshot. So maybe this is it. Okay, the Duchess of Sussex beamed with delight at nearly every public event during her visit to Australia with Prince Harry, but according to a new book, Meghan, quote, hated every second, end quote, of the royal tour. Okay, the reason why, Women's Day, exclusive Prince William and Kate Middleton's plan to visit Australia with the Cambridge's kids reveal. Sources said the whole family will be heading down under for exciting royal tour. So February 7, 2022. Have they done that already? So that's this year. They said that in February, and they just did the Caribbean tour. Okay, the truth is because of that. Okay, Prince Harry told Oprah Winfrey the royal family was welcoming to Meghan Markle before tour really changed it. Okay, Harry told Winfrey, my father, my brother, Kate, and all the rest of the family, they were really welcoming to Meghan, but it really changed after the Australia tour, after our South Pacific tour. It was the first time that the family got to see how incredible Meghan is at the job.
I know the fact that she'll be really unbelievably good at the job part of it as well is obviously a huge relief to me, because she'll be able to deal with everything else that comes with it. But no, we're a fantastic team. We know we are, and we hope to, over time, try and have as much impact for all the things that we care about as much as possible.
I am very excited about that, yeah.
This is the thing I cannot and Princess Diana have said this. When she was dating Charles, the royal family was nice to her.
There's people pushing and there are people pulling, all in the same direction.
So you're being what, pushed by family?
Yeah, my family looked great, and so did my friends, and so did Charles's family. They liked me. They were very good to me when I was a guest.
does that mean?
It means it changed when I was a daughter and the positions changed.
But it's after she married and the family, things change. And also, the thing I want to bring up is that you will think this is a positive for the royal family. Okay? Because this is a team. The firm, they doing this under the umbrella of the firm. But instead, they see that as, I don't understand these people. I swear, I don't understand these people. But this clip is true. It is true, the way she put it. The story today, okay, so that's what they're talking about. And then the reason why, and this is the William and Kate thing going to Australia, and this is the truth. That is true. Okay, I'm surprised I was able to read that little portion at the bottom. Kate William was on Zoom talking to people who lost homes, businesses, and livelihood due to flood in Australia last week. Now he wants a free multi-million holiday there for his family. He has no shame. Yeah, I mean, these things cost a lot. Instead of going, why doesn't he say, okay, the money that I will be doing the tour, let it go to Australia and this kind of thing so they could rebuild. But no, they don't see that. Who will want? But anyway, they want ideas. I mean, they don't have any original idea. They keep on copying the Sussexes. But if they just do some simple math of things, you'll see. Things would have changed for them. But there it is. I'm giving them ideas. Hopefully they take it. Because Australia will prefer the money than them showing up. What are they gonna do? My goodness. Alright, so that's that. I read this. Oh, I didn't see it from that angle. That is what this is all about. Okay, what is that? Okay, I wonder how much the Australian will shell out for that. And is that money better spent on Australians or for someone's royal holiday? Okay, oh, I didn't see it from that angle. That is what it is all about. They did it with Diana. Now it's Meghan. They are paving a way for a lazy one so that it's easy to uplift them when they visit Australia. Okay, so that will be their next tour. So I guess the next tour is coming soon. It's gonna be to Australia. The Warriors have to attack the Sussexes because their tours are failures. Okay, by design, they are deflecting as expected. Alright, there's this. Pretend to be shocked. This is their only modus operandi. And it's beginning to look more desperate, obvious, and pathetic because the Sussexes are far away and out of the royal orbit completely. And true to form, Meghan is getting the brunt. Ridiculous. Okay, royal family is always looking backward to see the way forward. They know exactly what they're doing. I keep on saying this. Just think. I mean, many of us are not that selfish. We don't think the same way as them. We want others to have some sort of ways of uplift themselves. But think of it the way the royal family is. They already told you they're not going to change. They're not going to change. Why do you think is that? They're doing the bare minimum and they're getting millions of pounds for it. Okay? Why will they change that? Okay? If the taxpayers are willing to give them money, why not? I mean, just think of it that way. I mean, the only thing that needs to be done is what the Caribbean is trying to do. Again, this is gonna come into play with that video that I'm gonna do for my paid subscribers. Okay, there's a reason behind all of this. Okay, there's a reason behind all of this to make sure what they doing to the British Virgin Island. Okay, invisible contract. They are tracking, stalking their every move. A tour that happened 3 years ago. Me too. I'm shocked. No shocked. It's predictable. It's so calculated. It's so transparent. They have nothing else going on. Meanwhile, Harry and Meghan are booked and busy, and Archie's birthday is Friday. Alright, I didn't do any videos for Archie's this time. I'm just gonna tweet out some of the old birthday videos that I did for Archie. Alright, next tweet. They want to make Camilla relevant at any cost. So that's the thing that I was saying. They retweeted it. That should have been the one after the other one that I just did. Okay, they want to make Camilla relevant at any cost after years of changing narrative and painting Diana as the real cheater. They now want to drag her favorite son as the villain. When was the last time Harry even mentioned Camilla? Elizabeth may be the queen, but Harry is the king. Okay? There's that. With each spiteful headline, they show the wider world how sinister the UK is for Harry and his family. It is ridiculous to drag Harry's name and to Camilla's lack of popularity. Now they are using Harry and Meghan to show up the side piece. He's everybody's whipping boy. I'd never go back. I think this is going to backfire. The Harry, really Meghan haters will not increase, but the Camilla haters are going to become vocal. That's for sure. I think this is one of those times they should have sat there and ate their food. Okay, I came here to say this. Okay, so this is the thing. I read that. So when I went on it, I read that already. So I thought that was a retweet. Yeah, I did that already. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. I'm almost an hour already. Next tweet. Okay, I'm not saying Charlene of Monaco is a saint, but there is some pretty good evidence that she was allegedly dragged back to Monaco for the wedding after multiple escape attempts. I spoke about it on one of my videos. Where did I put that video? Did I put it for public or for my paid subscription? I say something about that. Maybe for all of my subscribers. Henry retweeted that. She has been programmed but is breaking down. Charlene and Monaco is similar. I feel bad for Charlene but not for, what is it? Katie. Alright. Katie Keane is trapped and the gilded cage she willingly prepped for, then walked into as the door shut behind her. That is true. That is true. She then used her privilege to help chase out her in-law. They aren't really comparable situation. That is true. I agree with Henry VIII on that one. There's no comparison with Charlene and Kate. I spoke about it already in one of my videos. Okay, yes, after having her passport confiscated and the Monaco police came for her at the airport when she tried to escape. That is bad. That is bad. Allegedly. Most people don't understand that Monaco is a police state. Grace Kelly simply put a glamorous veneer on it. Right, let me not talk about that. Okay, agreed. I remember reading about her trying to escape weeks leading up to the wedding. Okay, yes, I remember something like that too. She wanted out of a marriage to a serial cheater who apparently can't afford condom. Yeah, I think he has a mixed race child. Okay, plot twisted. Samantha's graduation picture with Meghan Markle is from 2003, not 2008, 18 years ago, which is what Meghan estimates on Oprah interview. Tom's Jr. 2017 comments support Meghan's 2020 email, so logically the rest of the information from Meghan can be believed. I guess that her estimation is correct. Okay, plot twisted. Samantha Markle hit back at Meghan's claim she hasn't seen half-sister for 19 years, which peaked from 2008. Alright, so that was in 2021. Okay, Tom says he and Meghan drifted apart after 2011, the year their paternal grandmother Dorothy died, and Meghan went to Toronto to start work on Suit. But he says, quote, there was no big falling out. Suit took her to a whole other level of fame. She got new friends, mixed and fancy circles. I was married and living my life. We stopped being close. Tom says the family remained estranged from Samantha, who is writing a tell-all book. In one of my tweet videos, I believe her lawyers dropped her. Okay, that's Samantha's lawyer. They're not gonna represent her with her nonsense, that bogus claim she was doing on Meghan. All right, Meghan saw them a handful of time when she was under the age of 5, then again when she was 11 years old. She didn't see her half-sister again until her father asked her to attend Samantha's graduation in New Mexico when Meghan was 22 years old. She saw her for one day and hasn't seen her since. Meghan last saw Tom Jr. at their grandmother's funeral approximately 10 years ago. Meghan was her primary caregiver and took care of her in her final years of life. Wow. Yeah. Okay, you can see from that graduation picture that Meghan was still very young. She had a baby face. Yeah, that is true. That is true. But Meghan was not as young as she should have been. Given the age gap, Meghan should have been one when Crazy Half-Sister graduated from school, and 5 when Crazy Half-Sister graduated from university. Meghan looks a lot older than 5, so what happened? Clearly, Samantha didn't graduate from college at a traditional college age. There are plenty of older adult white going to college in their 30s and 40s and 50s. Yeah, I mean, it's never never too late to go to school. I don't think the squad are bashing her for that. It's just that there was something I was reading that they said there's a possibility she probably, let me not repeat speculation. Never mind. It's never too late to learn. Anybody, I actually wanted to go back to school for physical therapy, and then when I think of all of the hard work and the studying, I don't think I have the mindset for that. I'll have to be in a space where I make up my mind and say I'm going back. But my time for school, I don't know. It's never too late, but anyway, let's see it. Thank you for showing us that Meghan tell the truth just as we know. All right, so there's that. That's because the papers lied. The close-up certificate is not the same. I think that was the thing that I was gonna say, but I didn't want to speculate. But since they're treating it, let me share it with you. Okay, the close-up certificate is not the same as the one with Samantha. Look at the logo. One is on top, the others at the bottom. Let's see here. So there's the logo here. Whatever, if she's lying to herself. Who cares, and there's the logo here. And I think one of the things that I said when I came across something like that is that during graduation, the actual graduation, they don't give you your certification. They give you that fake thing, so for photo op pretty much. But it's after the school goes after your record, make sure you pass all your classes, you pay all your tuition or whatever you have set up with the school, everything is clean. That's when they give you your papers. Because if this is how student loan come about. They want to make sure, the universities want to make sure they get their money. All right, so this is how, if you then finish pay, out of your own pocket, you get a loan to pay them, and then it's to that you get your certification, and then now you deal with the people you borrow money from. Okay, so the university will not give you your thing if things are not clean in your record. I think this is when Scammy got her GED. Definitely not a bachelor degree. Okay, I don't know. Again, I don't want to put down GED, because GED is as good as any high school, high school, not certificate. Yeah, high school certificate, your diploma. That's it. That's the word, diploma. I don't want to put it down, because there are some people, some kids who are having some issues when they're young. It could be anything, family situation, and then they get older, they then get to finish, graduate, whatever the reason might be. So this is a way for them to get their diploma, to move on with their lives. There's some people who become doctors, okay, with high school, with GED. So we should not down degrading GED. GED is as good as a diploma. All right, so let's not put that down. I don't think this person was putting the GED down, but I just want to say that just in case this is the route that she was going. Okay, thank you for this receipt. Okay, let me reread this and make sure. I think this is when Scammy got her GED. Definitely not a bachelor degree. All right, she was definitely not putting it down. Okay, she was not downgrading that. She's just saying it's not what she had in her hand is not a college degree. It's a high school diploma. That's what she was saying. Okay, so I don't know what went in my mind to say degrading. So I don't want to blame things. All right, next tweet. Now we are into social. I have 2 tweets on that. They can handle intelligent, strong black women. All right, 1 minute and 44 seconds.
You versus us.
But can't you understand that we have our own history, our own culture, our own language, our own religion?
From your perspective, Mr. Fisar.
No.
And it's a very narrow perspective. That's the most unfortunate part of this.
It's not a perspective. It's a real fact.
Do you care about the starving millions of African people in this country?
I
Do you
care more.
care about the farm workers who are being oppressed in this country?
I
Do you care about the fact
don't interrupt me.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Where is it?
What?
Bye.
What?
Okay.
So he can't, this is a very good discussion, and he can't really, it's almost like a debate, because the woman is not, making sense out of his nonsense. Okay? So he can take that? What? I swear, I didn't watch this. I'm shocked. This is the first time I'm watching it. When I saw the headline, usually when I see something to share with you, I read the headlines and see, oh, okay, that's worth sharing. They can't handle intelligent, strong black women. And I saw the video, and I not really watch it. I saw the clip. It was their part of it. And I said, I need to share that. But what? Let me move it back, I think, somewhere here.
Real fact.
Do you care about the starving millions of African people in this country?
I care more.
Do you care about the farm workers who are being oppressed in this country?
Do you care about the fact... Don't interrupt me. Thank you.
What?
Where is it?
What in the name? Was that in South Africa or something? Just because the lady is not buying his nonsense, oh my God, let's finish this.
Okay. And you won't dare,
Mr. Visagie.
you won't dare interrupting me.
Once more.
Thank you.
What?
Thank you very much. Touch me, and you'll be in trouble. Touch me on my studio.
You touched me.
Touch me on my studio. Touch me on my studio.
You touched me.
And
What?
Take away his arm.
Touch me on my studio.
Take away his arm from
Touch me on my studio. Touch me on my studio.
I touch you on your studio.
Touch me on my studio.
I touch you on your studio.
You don't do that.
Don't touch me.
What? Everyone who tried to stop him, he get on them. What in
I am
the...
not finished with you.
What?
Mr. Visagie, stop threatening this woman, Mr. Visagie. I'm telling you, stop it now. Would you stop it now, Mr. Visagie?
I won't stop it.
What?
You try to stop me.
Mr. Visagie,
What
why are you
in the...
threatening this poor woman? What has she done to you? She's expressing her views.
She's talking about the capitalist whites. Why do you think then
What
she's
in
poor?
the name?
Sorry, call security for me, please. Immediately.
What? Let's listen. This is where it started. This is a very good conversation. This guy can take it. Let's see.
you versus us?
But can't you understand that we have our own history? Our own...
This is what he's imposing. This is the thing here. He wants her to agree with his BS. And then she's saying, look, understand this. This is this, this is that. But he wants to force feed it on her. This is the mentality of the UK royal family. Okay, they're not willing to change, but they want you to accept their BS. This is that kind of mentality. Wow. Okay.
You versus us.
But can't you understand that we have our own history, our own culture, our own language, our own
From your
religion?
perspective, Mr. Visagie.
No.
And it's a very narrow perspective. That's the
not a
most
perspective.
unfortunate part of this.
It's not a perspective. It's a real fact.
Do you care about...
Okay, the conversation was going fine. Okay, all he had to do was make her understand where he is coming from. Not that I'm saying I agree with what he's saying, but make her understand his point of view. But when she stuck to her, very nicely expressing her views. Okay, when he realized he can't come back from his BS, and he stormed out.
About the starving millions of African people in this country? Do you care about the farm workers who are being oppressed in this country? Do you care about the fact...
Oh my God.
Don't interrupt me. Thank you.
He realized that he can't come back from his BS. Yeah, that's the truth. He can't handle the truth. That's exactly that. He can't handle the truth. He can't handle the truth. All right, so we know the rest of that. Let's see here. All right, that's comment, granddaughter. This video is evidence of why white men make laws to oppress and subjugate black women. They fear the mighty power of our spoken truth. Exactly. I always agree with her. He went straight to threat. It's crazy. Yeah, that's the thing here. There's a video. I don't think I bookmark it because let me look. I'll look for it in a few. Okay, he went straight to threat it. Okay, he went straight to threats. It's crazy. They don't like to hear the truth. That's exactly that. Look what I was. He can handle the truth. Okay, and did the meltdown of white male privilege on display. Shocking. Okay, has he met Piers Morgan? They will get on. They walk out when they can't handle the truth and feel threatened by black women. Okay, this is what we don't see enough of black men protecting. I thought about that as well. Protecting the black woman. That is true. The power we have is everywhere as long as we mind with the law of nature, not oppressor's law. We will always be a threat to them because we as a people, we have all the power within thyself, only need to channel it and use it as often as we can. Blah. Okay, I can't read that hashtag. Okay, my African brothers wasn't having none of that though. Okay, that's how they act when they are told the truth. Yeah, truth hurts real bad. Yeah, that's exactly that. That's what I was saying. He can handle the truth. Okay. How can we allow this to happen to us on our own continent? These people have decided to have no human right, yet there's nothing that platforms them above anyone but our conditioning. They had guns, and most importantly, we have little unity. Yeah, they divide us, and this is what I'm fearing for the British Virgin Island right now. Okay, the British Virgin Island have some real awakening coming. Okay, those people on the other side of the hill aren't us, so who cares what happened to them? Okay, much respect to the brother for protecting the queen. Exactly. Okay, now having our men protecting us. Okay, I think I saw Satan. Absolutely. Okay, he was having Neanderthal conniption because she decisively stood her ground and outpointed him in the debate and every aspect. That's exactly that. Yeah, he could handle it. All right, let me see if I that's why I titled it social issue. Let me see. I think I should have bookmarked it, but I did not. Let me see if I could see it. It's a video. Okay, you know what? Forget it. If I see it, I'll record it and then just put it in between. All right?
Dear white women. Dear white women, what the f is your purpose, huh? What the f is your purpose, huh? What the f is your purpose? Other than ruining the motherfucking casserole, what the f is your purpose other than voting against your better interests? What the f is your purpose other than running the motherfucking Coles with expires Coles cash, knowing damn well that shit been expired since 2010? Talk about I want to speak to your manager. I want to buy something for my Timothy. It should still be good. It seems like every year white women just keep getting worse. Aren't they getting worse? If you look at the electorate, white women continue to vote for Republicans. Every year it keeps going up. It keeps going up. So my question is, why the fuck should we trust a lily white hoe? White women can't be trusted. Well, no, Kenny, don't be so mean to them.
So let me go to the next tweet because I don't remember his Twitter ID for me to go straight to his thing. Next tweet. Okay, what Duchess Meghan went through in the United Kingdom royal family was traumatized. 18 months of hell. So happy to see Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, living her best life, surrounded with love, true friend and support. Polo and UK, she was left all alone and had a baby. I don't know the full situation, but in this picture, all right, let's just, because I remember when I had kids, okay? When you have a toddler who wants to check everything, curious and check everything, you have to keep your eyes on her, okay? So I'm not gonna say much about Kate here, all right, because there was a toddler here. She had to pay attention to her, all right? So let's see here. There's her here. There was another picture that I saw where Louis wanted to touch the baby Archie's feet. But anyway, I wasn't there, but I cannot say much because as a mother, when you have a toddler, you have to keep your eyes on her. I know you guys don't like when I make excuses, but we know the truth, however. The full story behind where she teams up with the rest of the royal family, thinking, you know, life will change for her to bash, to help them bash on Meghan. So that's one thing. Okay, Kate didn't even try. She ignored Archie completely. Zero interaction. Kate is a cool and human woman. Okay, when Louis tried, that's the part I was saying. When Louis tried to go to Meghan, she called him back. That's the picture she should have put. Okay, that's the picture she should have put. I know exactly what this woman, that tweet is talking about. Not that one. Okay, I'm telling you, picture says a lot. This is the wrong picture for that. There was a picture when Louis was trying to touch Archie's feet. That's the one this tweet should have put. Okay, so as a parent, knowing how a toddler is, you have to stay proximity to them, because they want to touch everything, because they want to experiment. They don't know a fire will burn, this kind of thing. All right, so the picture where Louis was trying to touch Archie's feet and then they pull him back, that's the one she should have put. It says something different. All right, picture says a lot. All right, and I decided not to mention it because the picture wasn't there. I didn't want to say my opinion, but this is the one that I was talking about. When Louis tried to go to Meghan, she called him back. That's all you need to know about what Meghan went through and that family. All right, let's see here. Okay, yes, she stopped. Very traumatizing. Okay, I'm proud of them getting far away from Uncle Andy. I will be more concerned about the kids left behind the secretive world. That, yes, when it comes to kids, I will not be surprised other things that goes in the background with kids, even royal kids, because these people are freaking Satan. And then when those kids are growing up into that kind of environment, they're gonna think it's okay when in fact it's not. That's something I've been holding back many times. I never mention it because I have no proof, but reading this, yes, I truly believe that. All right, I am proud of them getting far away from Uncle Andy. I will be more concerned about the kids left behind the secretive world, that for sure. Okay, Kate was the worst. She made Meghan cry. Okay, my definition of hell is different than yours. All right, let's go to the next tweet. I'm already an hour. Okay, there's this. All right, this is entertainment. I'm not gonna go into much detail on this, but when I saw that, because I've spoke about this on my videos before, and I thought that was nice. Okay. Okay, Andy very much shares official family. Jennifer Lopez's daughter spotted hanging out with Ben Affleck's ex-wife Jennifer Garner. Blending, Jennifer Garner was spotted. I thought that was nice. There was a tweet that I come across a while back. I didn't share it because that tweet sort of made Jennifer Garner look bad, which in my humble opinion, I think she needed time to heal. There are certain things that I don't want to I try not to insert my opinion too much in it, but I thought that is nice of her to do that, because you cannot force someone to love you, because I really love all of them in their own respective ways. Jennifer Garner really truly loved Ben Affleck. It's just that the love did not return, and Ben Affleck, I truly believe, did love Jennifer Lopez. Okay, when they were first dating, is because of the tabloid. Look back some of my old videos where I spoke about them, and it's just that because the tabloid wanted to shape that narrative, that interracial marriage, he could not handle it, and he went along with the narrative that they were doing, and that really like shook him off completely. Okay, so when he's out and he was drinking, he was smoking, do all sort of things, and the love that he should have given to Jennifer Garner was not there. And I truly feel bad, sincerely bad for Jennifer Garner, because you marry someone you thought you love, and he loved you and all of that, and that was not returning. But when I believe it was after the announcement of their engagement, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez, and that tweet came out, it put Jennifer Garner in a bad situation. But the way that I saw that tweet was, that she needed time to to accept the reality. You cannot force someone, knowing that you just, break up with someone. I don't know how long they've been break up or whatever, but for her to automatically accept the new situation. She kept her distance. She wanted to process things, heal it. Okay, you can force someone to heal. She had to come to realization to heal herself. So when I saw this, and I thought that was a good thing to share. Okay, and she has no choice, for the kids' sake. That's all. Just for the kids' sake. I think that's why she's doing it. It's not those kids' fault. Her children, both of the Jennifer's children, it's not their fault that their parents are not, or not, whatever it may be. So to make like when Ben Affleck have her kids, when Ben Affleck have her kids with them, and then Jennifer has her kids, so the kids could be at ease, so they could be kids pretty much. And I think this is why she's doing that. And this is why I said I love all of them for their own respective way. If I have, hate is a very strong word. I don't want to say hate. I never hate Ben Affleck, because I sort of understand the position that he was in. But if I were to somewhat share a negative opinion of Ben Affleck, is the fact that he married Jennifer Garner because he wasn't, I don't think he was truly in love with her. That will be the only negative thing that I have with him. But everything else and that thing, it's not the women's fault in a way. Alright, definitely not Jennifer Garner's fault. I hope you understand this. Alright, that's it. I'm not even gonna read comments. Oh, there's none anyway. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. Intruder. That's what I have the topic here. Alright, maybe this official investigation. Okay, US topic. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna stop here, because the next topics that I have, I'm gonna put it for my subscribers, my paid subscribers. So let's do a prayer. Let's do prayer for healing. Okay, for the Jennifer Lopez, for the Sussexes, to just, I think they find their healing already, but for it to be stronger and continue, be in their serenity, their bubble that keep them sane, all right, and be happy around their children. Okay, loving God, I pray that you will comfort me and my suffering, lend skill to the hands of my healers, and bless the means used for my cure. Give me such confidence in the power of your grace that even when I'm afraid, I have my whole trust in you, through our Savior Jesus Christ. All right, let's pick this one. Let's do this one. Okay, may you be wrapped up in God's love, found deep in his everlasting wings, carried and kept safe and cherished. May the healing power of Christ breathe across your being now. Amen. All right, so that's the prayer. That's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link in the description, or you could join my pay subscription. So the next tweets that I'm gonna do is gonna be for my pay subscribers. All right, so that's it. Thank you for watching.